All right, guys, we are in part two of the day five verses. So make sure you check out part one. It's a lot of informative stuff that I did there. Really wasn't much left to clarify because I did rewatch the video just to make sure it wasn't any thing that I needed to like clarify on. I guess really the only thing I just wanted to make sure, just to kind of give you a little nugget of what I normally do, because I understand this concern potentially being brought up. So let's say you get into a big battle and you lose all of your troops and you have to pretty much rebuild your troops from day one, from scratch. Like you got zero drill grounds. You still want to do that same stagger setup that I said all week, because the fights that you're gonna have during the week, unless you're heavily involved in like some type of war, you're not gonna you're not required to have high level troops. So even the wanted boss monster, just just tough it out with level six troops, and then once you get your troops converted, and if you're able to use, the key thing is to make sure that anytime you train new batches of troops to use the Secretary of Security whenever you can. I understand you probably can't do it 100% of the time, but do it as much as possible so that way you can have a good amount of troops to convert on day five versus. And at times, if we have, especially with these server wars that we have, with these faction wars, if we have an attack midweek, sometimes I will fast train nothing but the highest level troops. So that way I can be strong enough to handle the competition. Because obviously I don't want to be bringing level six troops to a war battle. So just use common sense. So if you're about to have a big major fight, you might want to fast train a bunch of troops, and that goes back to what I was saying about the speed up. So again, if you do all the stuff you're supposed to do in the game, and luckily this event that we've been having been given a lot of 1 hour speed ups. So generic speed ups, I got 72 days worth of generic speed ups. Like I said, I used to have a whole bunch, but when we had that fiasco in server 249 that caused me to, and a lot of other people, to transfer out of that server, we had to always use our speed ups on healing and training troops, because the that one alliance that I will not name kept attacking us literally every night or any time that we were not on the game, and it was just being jerks, just to be blunt, just to have a nicer word for it, because I want to make sure we got a channel that's more friendly. So I want to say the word I really want to say about them. So speed ups are not a hard commodity to get. So so one of the things that I had mentioned to get speed ups, which I haven't done today yet, I always just pick a random server to go to that I haven't liked their bases yet. So what we're gonna do, because I have to do my secret task anyway. I think today the secret tasks, the shiny ones, are in servers that end at 1, 2, and 3. So I think let's try to go to server 251, and I think there's an alliance that has some dogs that I can like as well. I think actually let's go to server 252, because I don't think I've liked bases in that server yet. So I can kind of kill two birds with one stone. And then if worst case, I'll go back to 251. It's DHJ. It's kind of like the big alliance in that server. So I'm just gonna look for their base. And they got all their bases camped up in the corner. So it's a good chance I'm gonna find my 10 dogs in this bunch. So all you gotta do is just find 10 dogs and just like them, get speed ups. So I'm gonna share this with the alliance first and foremost. All right, plenty of dogs. Probably raid off of this for a few days. So I might just keep going after these until I don't have any more to like. So because you can't like the same person's base twice, like you only use them once per season. So once you like them, you have to find someone else base to like to get the speed up. So let's go ahead and get those out the way. We like one there. There's two. All right, so we haven't even got the DHJ yet, and I think one is another power alliance in that server as well. Used to face off with them quite a bit when I was in 249. Nostalgia in the game. There's another one there. So we got 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. And again, if you're in season 3, it is the cats, the bases with the cats, or the whether they're the regular cats or if they're the Cleopatra pyramid type cats. And then in season 2, it's the Ice Mountain. So like these things here. So just do this every day, guys. Free speed ups. So I already like them. Yeah, these were the ones from the previous season, season 3. All right, 2 more to go. All right, there we go. 1, 2. So I guess it's not as many as I thought, but then again, DHJ is not contained in this bunch. But I might be able to find some secret tasks with all these bases bunched together. There's a good chance I might find a bunch of secret tasks kind of just bunched together. So usually they're not contained within the bases, so they're kind of way out here. So I'm not gonna spend this whole segment of this day 5 trying to find all 5 of them. But again, just kind of remind you guys what I normally do. Now, normally I'm hunting these first thing in the morning, but with me being on vacation, only the big thing about being on vacation for a week is that work doesn't stop. So I been working, starting work early every week. So the time that I would normally do the hunt secret tasks in the morning has been replaced with work hours. And so yeah, so that explains why I'm hunting secret tasks. So it gets harder to hunt these things as the later the day goes. So sometimes you just have to settle for what you can get. And at this point, if I see a level 7 secret task that has training speed ups, I'm just gonna take it because it's at some point you have to evaluate how much time you have of your own time versus looking, because when it's more potent with these secret tasks that are out there, it doesn't take as long to hunt these. But with all this, it may take 30 minutes, or if that, it might even take an hour. And sometimes you just don't have the time. You don't have the time, right? But we got one out the way. I saw another shiny 7 that was cooking, but it's not ready yet. So I might have some hope later today on that one. I'll try to get one more for the sake of this stream, and then I'll just hunt the rest of them off camera because we still got the Desert Storm footage that we need to add. And these little things, these are just little Easter eggs. Just for this season, you have to just shine a light on there, or just have your lighthouse on next to it. You can just transport your base there. You'll get free rewards. So those are little Easter eggs throughout. Season 3 had something similar to that, where you have those little pyramids. You just click on it and just collect the reward. So every season got some type of Easter egg. So just always be on the lookout. And we got a level 3, a level 6. So that was pretty fortunate. All right, so we're just going to go down. We're going to go up one more row. All right, and then we will do something else. All right, and we just got that there. So yeah. And the reason why I do those, guys, because the shiny task gives you the most mystery boxes, and they give you guaranteed ore. They give you the most ore by far. And you got to remember, ore is what upgrades these things. So yes, you can produce ore in your HQ, in which I have all of these almost at level 30. These 2 are being cooked to level 30, but as you guys saw in my first clip, I can go past level 30, but it's still a slow pace of production. So those secret tasks can get those ore in bunches. So just take advantage of that. All right, so let's do something else here. So what else we got? Let's work on the gorilla. I know some of you guys were laughing in the comment section on one of my other videos that my gorilla is named Sugar Diddy. Now, before he was not always named Sugar Diddy. Okay, so he was named Capo Kong. So like Capo is like a underboss, like in the mafia or something like that. So so that's how he was, Capo Kong. So I had another name that I had, but it is pretty expensive to change the name. It's 500 diamonds, but I'll change it again at some point now that that trial is over. I had no interest on who was guilty or innocent, by the way. So I just know Diddy is a bad person, but You have to get convicted of the crime that they were accusing you of, not you being a bad person. So anyway, all right. So we'll just upgrade that. So keep in mind these are good points. Like if I wasn't already at max, I would probably get a lot more points just off of that one upgrade alone. And then not to mention these upgrades too, because you get pretty good points for these. So right now I'm just pretty much balancing my upgrades. I won't be able to upgrade him to another level until this reaches level 200 for all three of these. So that's gonna take a while. So and then of course with this you can upgrade the interim levels to get to level 5, but I have to get more of these things to do that. Right now we only have one warlord. I mean overlord. I imagine as the game progresses further, you're probably gonna have other overlords because I think the origin of the gorilla, I think it stemmed from season 2, if I'm not mistaken, because you had the gorilla, you had the polar bear, and you had the mastodon as the three monsters that were like over the strongholds. So the first one is the gorilla that we got here. So I don't know if the next overlord is going to be a polar bear, but it'd be kind of funny to see a polar bear with a gun. That'd be kind of weird. And then a mastodon with a gun. Like a mastodon is like a four-legged critter, so I don't know how that would hold a gun, but we'll see. But until then, because they got these generics for a reason besides these specific ones. And because I have not, one thing I haven't spent money on, I know I showed you guys what I have spent money on. I have not spent money on this pass here, this Overlord Growth Handbook for $24.99. So would have got more of these, but yeah, just don't want to get it at this point. So we're just gonna upgrade that, get some more points. So we're at how many points we got today? Keep in mind the training probably encompassed like 16 million of my scoring. So I'm at 25 million. Now keep in mind, whatever you rank for the day, you get individual ranking rewards. So if you're number 1, you get a level 4 drone component chest. So if you have number 1 in your striking distance, go for it. And I'm within striking distance, so I'm definitely gonna go for it. And speaking of ore, you get some nice ore. So Versus has its benefits. Try to aim for top 30 so you can get some ore and drone components. All right, so next thing I'm going to do, let's check out the Desert Storm results for Team B. It looked like Team B did get the victory. So even though I did not participate, I do get the Alliance share for the victory. So we get like a decoration chest, good amount of construction speed ups, some resources, and these things, which I'm trying to figure out what the game is going to do with those because I got way too many of those, don't know what to do with them. So yeah, so we got that, and let's see who did heavy lifting. We got our fearless leader, 4.4 million. Then our highest ranked individual was second. So we had a pretty strong Team B. It's a lot of muscle in Team B. So I don't know who we're gonna have in Team A. I know a couple of strong folks in Team A. Hopefully we can have a pretty easy matchup later on tonight. So one thing I did notice when I was clicking through those windows that I haven't done today is the wanted monster. So today is the wanted monster for the missile. So what I usually do, and I think I've showed this in other videos before, but not everybody watches every video, so this might be a new audience watching this for the first time, is that you want to try to use nothing but attackers on your wanted boss because you're not going to die. You're not even going to lose troops on these wanted attacks. So the normal stigma is not to put attackers in the front row, but on this, defenders are useless. So you might as well put your best attack team, and then depending on the monster, that determines what type of setup you put up. So for the aircraft, the wanted boss, you have to put your best aircraft line up together, which is why Sarah being upgraded was such a boost to that team. And then with the tank, do the same thing. But today is the missile. So right now we're trying to get the best missile team. So right now I'm just taking all my best 5 offensive weapons because these right-sided weapons do nothing to your attack. As you guys see, defense, health pool, defense, health pool, and then on here, defense, health pool. I think I just looked at that. Yeah, resistance. So none of these help your attack at all. So these left-sided ones directly affect your attack. So basically your top 5 weapons on the upper left and the bottom left should go to your top 5 your top 5 attackers for whatever squad you're using. So we're gonna put this one on Tesla, and we're gonna put this one on Swift, and this one on Fiona because those are my 3 best missile attackers. And then the next one are going to be defenders. Now I said don't use defenders, but this particular setup, again, I experimented this. The best lineup for the missile is all missiles because you do get that synergy bonus for damage. So that is very key. But what I'm curious about, and I just thought about this literally just now, is that I can probably, all right, we're going to do an experiment today. We're going to do an experiment right here, right now. So we're going to do this. I'm going to like a base, scout a base to get some attack boost. Okay, let's do that. And let's go to this wanted boss and see if we can hit the next milestone. We got 1 hour and 24 minutes left. Okay, and we got to do this too. So another thing I do, keep in mind squad 1 position gives you the best damage output because unless you have squad 4, which is also 100%, but if you don't have VIP renewed, you probably don't have a squad 4. But keep in mind, squad 1 is based off of this right here. So whatever your setup, so this is the only one that's at max between squad 1, 2, and 3. Like I said, squad 4 is at max, but again, if you don't have the VIP, this is unlocked. This is locked. So I usually put my wanted boss monster lineup and line up squad 1 and put the drone weapon that corresponds to that class because it affects their attack directly. I put that there, so let's go ahead and switch that out. This is missile, so we're going to put missile there, and we're going to take all of these aircraft out because they are useless in this attack, and we are going to put our attackers on the front row because they get the benefit of the Atom synergy, if you guys remember that video. So make sure you check out that Adam's exclusive weapon video. And really his basic weapon gives attack bonus to the front row as well. So really if you check out that missile revisited video, it'll explain why I got the attackers on my best 2 attackers on the front row. Back row we're gonna have in this order McGregor, Fiona, and Adam. Okay, so we got the gorilla already there. We got Sugar Diddy in the front, and we got the drone component that corresponds, or the skill chips that corresponds to missiles. We got War Fever active. So let's see how much damage we can do. Naturally, you should get better each week if you're progressing your account. So last week, I got 10.09 million. So let's see if I can top that today. Can we top 10.09 million? Yes, we did. So 10.319. So, but what I'm going to do next, because McGregor does not affect the attack of this team because of this. Now, this is only if you're in season 4. Remember, this particular tactic right here, you gain full troop type bonus when deploying 4 heroes of the same type. So remember, the reason why I said I use the missiles because I get the benefit of the full 5 units synergy where you get the 20% attack bonus. And for those who wonder what the heck I'm talking about, is this right here. And again, I've talked about this on previous videos, but let me upgrade that lighthouse as well. So with this here, if you deploy 5 heroes of the same troop type, you get a boosted attack, health, and defense by 20%. What that tactic card does, if you have 4 heroes of the same type, you get the benefit of the 5 hero type. So because of that, I am going to switch out McGregor because he does nothing for this attack team. And I'm going to put an attacker there, but I need to switch the weapon. So I'm going to take his weapon here. And actually, I'm going to take Adam's weapon off too because Adam individually doesn't really do much attack. So I'm gonna put, I think my best raw attacker, if all things were equal, is Kimberly. So I'm gonna put that on Kimberly and then put this on Adam because Adam is beneficial still to have because of this right here. I think, yeah. The counterattack damage with the front row units, that 4-star benefit. And then, of course, the counterattack damage for the entire squad, that too. So, yeah. So that's the reason why I'm doing that there. So let's see if I get higher damage with Kimberly on here instead of McGregor. So we had 10.3. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, it was 10.319. So let's see if that benefit makes a difference. If not, I'll just go back to McGregor. So let's see what we got. Okay, so it looks like the synergy is stronger than the thing, but there is some RNG with Kimberly sometimes. So let me just see how much damage it actually was, because just because I didn't set a record, that doesn't mean that that damage was pretty high. So that was still a pretty good attack. And actually, I see what happened. I forgot to switch in Kimberly. But that, yeah, duh, right? Let's put Kimberly in here, and I'm pretty certain this is gonna be a better attack. I still had a pretty good attack with McGregor having no weapons, so that gives you an idea. He didn't really make a difference on the attack. He was just there for synergy purposes. All right, so Kimberly, what can you do to the damage? And I'm gonna try DBA next. So the cool thing I like about this wanted boss is that they allow you to have unlimited attempts now. It used to be 5, so with having unlimited attempts, you can experiment. So it looks like I did not get a new high. So let's see what the damage was. 10.175. So that was with Kimberly. All right, so let's try this. Let's take this. Let's give this to DVA. I just want to see something here because these are my 2 best attackers. So let's try this with DVA. So let's switch her out with this guy. Okay. Yeah, DVA. Here we go. All right, so let's try it with DVA. And again, RNG does play a factor, so it doesn't definitively say that one lineup is better if I have a better critical rate percentage. But again, it's free to experiment. You get guaranteed rewards after 3 attacks. And then for the sake of this event that's going on this week, you actually get credit. You actually get these music notes for each subsequent attack up to 5 total. So I just got music notes for that 4th attack there, and it did not register a new high. So let's see how much damage we did there. So that was 10.216. So that was higher. So it looks like DBA was higher, but let's see if RNG played a factor. So I'm going to try this lineup again to see if RNG made a difference. And plus, I still got War Fever. Yeah, I still got War Fever. Just want to make sure that didn't wear off, because sometimes, obviously, that makes a difference too if War Fever wears off. All right. Let's see. Okay, so still didn't get a new high. So it looks like the all missile lineup is still king. Actually, I got below 10 million with that attack. So I guess I had good RNG that previous attack. So that's no bueno. So it looks like McGregor it is. So let's put this weapon back on Adam and then put this weapon back on McGregor. And let's just go back to the all missile lineup, because apparently that is what so again, you experiment, you live and learn. Now keep in mind, whenever you have your rampage bosses that happen every other Saturday. You have to take a mental note of what your best attack unit was on your wanted boss for each class and apply that same lineup to the rampage boss so you can maximize your damage because you actually do get pretty good points for your ranking there. And if you help your server kill the boss entirely, everyone in the server gets server based rewards. So everyone needs to put their best lineup on these monsters. And as you can see, McGregor made a difference. So with the missile lineup, that 4+1 doesn't outweigh the raw synergy that having all 5 missiles on the same team, because apparently McGregor does something to synergize my units. So even though his attack is pretty weak, but yeah, so I don't need to do any more attacks. The only thing you just have to do, because we do have Desert Storm tonight, I have to remember to put all my weapons back to how they were. So, and it's not that hard to do. It's just, and because I have a system that I do. So whatever system that you have, just work on it. So I just take all the top 5 weapons off. All right, and that was Fiona, Swift, and Tesla, and then Adam and McGregor, and then I put them back on my top 5 overall teams. So it was DBA, then it was Skylar. This is for because my top team is aircraft, so they went there, and then Kimberly had the 4th best weapon, and then Stedman had the 5th best weapon, and then in that order, the weapons that I had on Tesla, Swift should fall into place from there. So Tesla, then Swift, and I think Fiona was next. Yep, that's her setup. And then Adam and McGregor are both the same. So in case you forget, if you have to take a notepad to remember how your weapons are set up, do it. Whatever you got to do. But I got this stored in the memory bank now. And then just have to make sure that I put the lineup back to where it was. So just so you guys know, I have it now where I just have DVA on the back row now, because ever since Lucius got his upgraded exclusive weapon, it's probably slightly better to have DVA on the back row. There are still some situations where you can have it on the front row, but there are more situations where it's worth having it on the back row versus the front row. But it's depending on what's on the opponent's lineup, and this is mainly for arena purposes. So who did I have here first? Yeah, I had her, then him, and then we got Morrison, Skylar, and DBA in that order. And then we got this weapon back to that. There we go. And then we put this lineup back to where it was. I think it automatically shuffles that drone chip back once I switch that back with the aircraft. So here we had him, and we had Swift, her, him, and him. So that's my missile. So you just have to make sure that you set it back, because I have to get ready for Desert Storm preparation. So I want to make sure I have my lineup set how they should be. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut this section off. I still got some arena to do, but I don't want to bore you guys with that. And of course, I got to get those remaining secret tasks. I'm going to slow train these, like I said before. All right, so that's all I got left. I think I've done all my train plunders for the day. Yep. So I still got secret tasks. I got the arena, and then there's Desert Storm and whatever residual radar tasks that come throughout the day. Let's go ahead and get that 7-star assist. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, radar tasks and that. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys around Desert Storm. All right, guys, we're at the Desert Storm. We got 1 minute until the arena for the Desert Storm opens. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and collect our purple secret tasks. Like, nobody really robs those. Still got 2 assists for teammates left. I did all my secret task plunders behind the scene. It was a grind. So, let's see. I've done that for the week. See if we can get a couple of treasure map pieces while we're waiting. And still got to do the arena, but I'm going to do that after Desert Storm. Okay. All right. So we got 20 seconds still. Let's see. I'm pretty sure my game plan is the same. Um, yep, Mr. Freelance just walking around, killing bases. Hopefully, ooh, we got a train arrival reward. They plundered the resources. That's okay. As long as they didn't plunder those, we're good. Let's claim that. All right, so we should be ready now. All right, so let's see who we're going against here. Boomtastic, baby Boomtastic. All right, enter the battlefield. Actually, I got to put my troops on the wall. But let's see who we're going against first, because depending on who you're going against in Desert Storm, it's not worth putting your troops on the wall because you're going to lose troops at a much faster pace if you're facing someone stronger than you. So I want to try to see who we're going against. So let's see. So this person is already stronger than me, so looks like we're not going to be putting our troops on the wall. But let's see who else they got. I think we faced off against this alliance before in Versus, but I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here we go. All right, let's see. Evil Mojo Jojo, Donkey Pilot, the Let's Who Scares. So it seems like it might be just that one guy. If it's one person, then there's a way to kind of work around that one person. But if it's more than one, then you kind of have to just play smart. Dirty Dub. All right, I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth research to see. Because keep in mind, there are 2 Desert Storm teams, so some of these guys are probably on the other team. But let's see, WWL. So let's take a look at the server and see what type of power we're dealing with here. Strongest hero. So he's the strongest person at 241. So he has Murphy. So his top team is probably Tank. So he probably has a strong tank squad. So that's WWL. Then we got a Kimberly at 7.7 million. And who else we got? And what's that name? Donkey Hunter Pilot. And I think he's in this battlefield too. Kenny with a Kimberly at 6.6. The Let's Who Scares with 6.5 DVA. So it looks like it's just 3 people I'm worrying about if they're in the battlefield. So we got, well, really 2, Donkey and the General. I think I'm strong enough to handle, who was that other person? Yeah, Kenny. I'm strong enough to handle Kenny. But let's just double check because I haven't looked at my total hero power for individuals. But only General is the only one that's in this battlefield. So we will keep an eye on who comes in. So let's just take a quick look at our rankings here. Hero power. Yeah, 7.2 Carly. So I can probably handle that Donkey guy potentially, but everybody else so pretty much Donkey and that guy that's already in the battlefield are my bugaboos in this case. So we're ready to go. So just to kind of remind you guys, they did update the optimization for Desert Storm probably a couple of months ago. So you got these oil refineries. They give you the most points per second, and it kind of tells you. So it makes it easy for you. 30 points per second for the hospital. You only get 10 points per second for the science hub, but this building is key to capture because it gives you the buff of more frequent movement. Your cooldown for movement is cut in half if you have this one captured. And this one is only 10 points per second, but I think it intensifies the amount of points you gain per second, so it kind of amplifies it. And then, of course, the hospitals are straightforward. You get more troops to heal. This right here gives you the most points per second, but they don't open up until 10 minutes into the battle. All 3 of these, by the way. But this building is only 10 per second, and this one's on. I didn't realize these were so small. So the buildings that you want to try to capture for points purposes is this, this, and this. The hospitals are next in line, and then you got all the 10-point buildings opposite corner and opposite here. But the mercenary factory, one of these gives you extra attack. The other one decreases the opponent's attack. So if you can get both of these, kind of like you're amplifying your attack difference between you and your opponent. But let's see who else is joined in. All right, so like I said, Donkey is the only other person I'm worried about. He's still not in. The general is there. I think I'm gonna put my aircraft squad on the wall and just be. Ooh, I gotta put Kimberly in there. Why the heck do I not have Kimberly in there? And the battlefield just started too. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. That's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure I have Kimberly in there. Okay. And I did do my weapons already when I did that wanted boss. All right. So let's just keep an eye. Okay, he's already out. So I don't know where he is, but let's see. He's not there. He must be up here. Nope, he's not there. Where is he? Okay, so he's down there. So we know he can't move yet. I'm just gonna, we're supposed to have assignments to have people designated at certain buildings. I guess since nobody is here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this over because I'm supposed to be a freelancer. All right. Okay, now the person who's supposed to get that is there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and send my second squad here, and let's just put Kimberly there. I don't know why that didn't translate, but I guess it saves whatever your lineup is before you go. But we're still keeping an eye on this guy. So he's getting double teamed, but I'm just gonna put a note out there. The general is strong. Okay, all right. So we're just waiting for this squad to march. So a good rule of thumb is that while you're on the cooldown for the squads for your movement, just march a squad to a building and reinforce it. So that way it kind of gives the opponent a little bit more higher degree of difficulty. So that's pretty simple there. So I think it optimize it to where you can start racking up points. It gives you a countdown before you can start scoring. So this guy's still over here at this hospital. So like I said, we're keeping an eye on him, and nobody else that I'm worried about has showed up in the battlefield yet. And we have the early numbers advantage. We got 13 and they have 10. So far, so good. Again, we're going to keep an eye on this general guy. He's still over there. All right, I think I'm probably going to go over here. But I don't want that general guy to follow me. Ideally, when he teleports, I can teleport. We got a guy that's being a sacrificial lamb on our team just going after that guy, Mr. Chai. Now this person I might entertain, but let's just go after this. Let's go after this here. We'll deal with the ramifications later. Let's go ahead and attack this guy. Let's get some action. You guys want to see action. You don't want to see passive behavior. And this thing is lagging so bad. Nope, you're gonna bounce off of me. And I said it's good to scout ahead of time. So when you're attacking someone, ideally you want to keep your top squad on the wall, especially if you know you're going to outpower your opponent. But again, you want to make sure that if you see someone that is stronger than you, that you do not all of a sudden have your squad on the wall. So the minute I see that guy show up, I'm taking my troops off the wall. Is he still down there? Yeah, he's still down there. So he's kind of being lazy. If I was him, I would be more freelance. And he's like obsessed with that hospital. So, which I'm not complaining. Do you, boo? All right. So, yeah, so far we're off to a great start. We got the numbers advantage. And it's got this Alpha Musca guy. Let's go after you, sir. You sending 3 squads on one building? Are you crazy? I don't think this alliance is very good with the Desert Storm planning. I I don't know how strong you are. I probably can get you with my third squad. He's just gonna kill troops. Suicide mission. His troops are on a suicide. My fourth squad, my lower squad might be able to take him down. Let's see. Oh, yep. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of. All right, is he still down there? Okay, he finally moved. So let's keep an eye on this guy. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, Donkey is in the battlefield. So now that changes the game just a little bit. So this other guy, he's at the other hospital now. So Donkey is in. Okay. All right. Like I said, when it gets closer to the end, I might take these guys on, but it looks like they are currently obsessed with the hospital. So, which again, I'm fine. I'm just gonna scout them just for the heck of it. All right, let's go down here. Lord of the Five Rings person here, and then we'll let's see. Let's see, where do we want to go? Yeah, let's go here. Let's help this guy out. One on three. Let's help this guy out here. And we got some troops we can heal. Now you can use speed ups if you do it early enough in the action, if you want to top yourself off a little early. But it's not the most recommended option, but you can do that. So my second squad is not doing damage to him, so it's first squad only. The cool thing is that he got multiple squads on the wall, so that means he's losing troops at a faster rate, which is what I just talked about, what you don't want to do. And then we're just going to use our second squad to go after this guy. Okay. And, okay, so we got that handled under control. Right now, this phone is just lagging just a little bit. But that donkey guy will make a difference. He will make a difference. So just got to be aware of that guy. Let's see. And this guy's just killing troops. He's attacking a brick wall right now. Yeah, just die. All right, you can go back to your base. And the thing about Desert Storm, there's no continuous marching. So once you commit to a spot, you can't redirect to a different location. You have to kind of either stay the course or go back to your base. Those are the only options you got. So we're still in control. We got the numbers advantage still. Like, they're obsessed with the wrong types of buildings, which is fine. Again, it's time for me to move again, but I'm trying to see where am I most needed. We should have this. Yeah, I say we should have that building under control. This one is stable. That one just got left unattended, but we got another person there. We got two people. We got three people there. This like I said, I'm gonna just let the general guy just do his thing. He likes hospitals apparently. So, all right, we got Pickle Power going after that guy. So you just took over this building. Let me get this back. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. And get that building right back from you. And then we'll return my troops back to the base. All right, there's somebody who else just showed up. All right, so we got. All right, so I guess I'll stay here. Get some more action in here. Let's get some more action. Let's do this just in case. All right. Just gonna send these squads here. Yep. Like I said, I don't get just attacking a brick wall, which it's not the smartest thing in the world. Now, who's going after me now? I'm not worrying about you, so I am not worried about you. Like, I don't know if these guys know what they're doing. Like, okay, he finally put a troop on the wall. He finally put a squad on the wall. That's fine. All right, Just do this then. If you want to put a squad on the wall, I'll just kill more of them. Simple enough. Simple dimple. All right. I think Space Ranger can hold it down. Yeah, we just got cavalry just showed up. So let's go to another building, shall we? Yeah, let's take over this. Oh, these buildings have opened up. Now, definitely, so these are the point getters. So we have to keep an eye on the big wig now, because they're definitely going to try to go after the middle. So who is this up here? Is this Donkey? Nope, Ronan, Lord of the Five Rings. All right. You have to be smart. You have to be smart when you play this thing. Okay, I think I'm going to place myself. Yeah, let's place ourselves right here. Right here. So that way nobody can't come in between myself and the other guy. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, this guy has his main squad on the wall. So let's just do it that way. Let's just do it that way. Nah, nope. I'm going to take care of you first. Let's take care of you first. And then I'll worry about the other guy next. Let's take care of you. And now let's take care of you. And then we're going to take care of you. I'm Dr. Octopus around this thing here. The general guy just showed up. So let's just take our top squad off the wall. Since that guy's attacking me, I might as well put my top squad in action. That way, if he ports me, you know? But let's see, which one of his squads does he have reinforcing this? Because if it's his top squad, that means I can actually probably attack him. Okay. All right. Oh, he left. Interesting. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But yeah, we ain't complaining. All right. I got 13 seconds before teleportation cooldown. Nope. Haha. You just wasted a teleport, sir. You have to long march to get me now. If you want me that bad, you got to long march towards me. Put my A squad to use. See how many troops we can kill reinforcing this building. How many troops can this squad kill? Yeah, sometimes I just do this to see how many troops I can kill from the opponent. There we go. That tickled. Because this Overlord guy, he's being occupied right now. I think my other squad probably should be marching back because I might need you back at the base, sir. Up, General, he lost some troops too. You're sending inferior squads at mine. Send your tank out there. That's what I thought. All right, now that you sent your tank, I'm gonna back out because I know your tank team is gonna beat my aircraft. And then I'm just gonna send my aircraft back in there and get rid of this alpha guy. Because when you reinforce a building, the person who reinforced last is the one who has the first line of defense. So I will kill this alpha troops. Well, never mind. He's dead. Actually, we need to get these buildings under control. Let's see. Pickle power. There we go. Show what that gherkin made out of. All right. Let's heal some more troops. We got 34,000 troops. So your troop count is at the very top. So we're still in good shape. Like I said, I don't want to tango with this guy too much. No, he just sent his top squad to there. There's a suicide mission. But I don't mind going after his top squad because, you know, He's been double teamed a lot by our teammates. Now, unless he's using speed ups for healing, um, I mean, oh, okay, we just knocked them off. We knocked them off. That's pretty cool there. Wonder how strong. I'm gonna see what. I mean, his aircraft is not that strong. My aircraft is stronger than his, from what we've seen. But I did lose some health with that last attack, so that's why we didn't survive that attack. But we're holding our own. Let's just march a squad over here. Let's just march our second squad, our missile squad over there. And we're just gonna do this. Yeah, we almost doubled them up in points, so we're in excellent shape. Excellent shape. Like this guy, he could have done a lot more to cause more havoc, but he's not using his squad to the best of their abilities, and he was too obsessed with the hospitals early on. So, and meanwhile, his teammates are losing troops at an alarming rate, and he knows he can't go after me. And look at that. Look at Metro did the little pump fake on him, but he probably has his tank squad on the wall. He bleeds. He got some. He bleeds a little bit. Now this donkey guy though. I currently have no troops on my wall, so if he wants to attack me, he'll actually port me right now. But the minute he starts marching, I'm gonna teleport. Now you see me. Now you don't. Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread shotty. Yeah. Yeah. Now you see me. Now you don't. Mr. Kai, guess he was putting all those sacrificial troops into use. He said, I ain't scared of no general. All right, we need to get this building under control. Let's just send the squad now up. No, Pickle Power got it. Pickle to the rescue. The gherkin to the rescue. Why not? Let's just kill. Like, we got such a big lead. Let's start killing. Let's just kill. Just kill. Metro got it. Darn it. Let's just kill now. Let's just kill. All right. Yeah, General Zod. You can't do it all by yourself, sir. I see you're trying. You can't do it all by yourself. It takes a team to win this thing, man. We'll send our missile squad over there. Like, I'm just gonna outflank you on the movement, because if you teleport near me, I'm just gonna move somewhere else, and you're gonna waste the movement. Okay, he left. Maybe they're giving up. The whole map is blue. Let's look at their sideline, shall we? Yeah, their sideline is looking kind of. Yeah, they're very discouraged. We're taking their hearts out and feeding it to them right now. So it looks like teams A and B is gonna sweep. They're going after the money buildings, though. They're at least going after the buildings that give you the points. But we got the hospitals, so what troops are you doing them with? All right, it's just speaking of which, we still got 30,000 troops. We still got more than half troop capacity. And let's send our squad down here. So when you start to get a stranglehold on the Desert Storm, now you just want to try to just have one squad reinforce the building at all times, because now attrition is going to start to kick in where the opponents their troop counts are very low. And some people are probably not even sending full marches. So if you can reinforce a building, they're not going to penetrate it because they got a half march or something. Now, you're still going to have some people that might use speed ups to heal up troops, but if it's a losing battle, you're better off saving those speed ups. Because the thing about this Desert Storm, whatever troops you lose, it doesn't count in the real world. So, like, you pretty much, because you go into Desert Storm with a full drill ground. You go in with a full drill ground of worth of troops. So whatever your, yeah, so that's, so, and it goes whatever your highest troop level is as well. So let's go ahead and get these boxes that he reclaimed. Because I think I'm just going to chill here for now. And I might go mano a mano on this little donkey guy eventually. I thought I sent my squad there. I don't know why it didn't register. Okay. So they're trying to take over this movement. But let's get that building back from the donkey pilot. And let's see what you got. What type of squad you got, sir? I just want to see what you got. Let's see what you got. That's it. So your top squad is tank. That's right. So if I see your tanks marching, I'm gonna blitz you because my third squad can get your stuff. All right. So we're just gonna sit here and chill. So we got all the fighting out the way. We're sacking it. We're not gonna get the MVP because Mr. Chai's lead is too big. So we're just gonna win the thing. We're just gonna win the thing. Let's send this squad back so we can have a healthy squad on this thing here. Don't wanna be careful. We'll just send it right back here. All right, let's put a full strength back there. Well, nobody's going after this at the moment. Who's marching there? Somebody from our team is marching there. A.M. Amron. All right. Where did that squad lose from? Here. Okay. Donkey Pilot. So they got two strong folks there. If I wanted to, I could just go after them. But nobody's at the nuclear silo, so I have to kind of hold this down for a moment. Don't want to leave the big point getter unattended and give the other opponent free points. So we're just going to chill here until help arrives. But I don't mind staying here the rest of the way. Where's this squad reinforcing? You guys don't need my reinforcement. Let me take this squad off so I can reinforce somewhere else. Put your reinforcements into better use. What's that sideline looking like? Donkey Pilot is on the sideline. His troops are probably super low. This Warlord guy, don't tell him where he's at. I don't know where this guy's at. Where is he? Is he farming oil? Really? You're farming oil? Come on, man. That means I don't have a squad to march with, so I'm just gonna farm oil. Well, guess what, sir? I'm gonna send my D squad and take your farming oil crew off of that because you're not getting any oil either. You get nothing. You get nothing, sir. And like it. I don't care what squad is on it. It's probably not a full march with the squad if he's drilling oil. So somebody's attacking this relentlessly and losing troops. All right, so you're drilling oil now. Watch he move his squad at the last minute because I do it too. So I'm not even gonna lie. Like somebody's just killing their troops on my squad. I appreciate it, Alpha. Just give me those points. How many points I got now? 31,000. Give me those points, Alpha. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, so let's see. Is he still drilling oil? This is unbelievable. This man, the top person in their alliance, is drilling oil. Man, that's crazy. But that goes to show you, man, numbers, it's always a numbers game. 18 versus 13. Yep, my D squad, not this. So that tells me that he's done. So that just tells me he's done. If my D squad can take him off of a plot of oil, that means he's done. So now that we got reinforcements there, it's time for me to go into mercenary mode. We don't need to see any more buildings occupied by you guys. Let's just do that there. All right, trying to fight back, All right, let's see who else trying to get some oil. He's doing it again. Wow. All right, let's put our third squad here. Let's put our we got 2 reinforcements here. We got 1 reinforcement there. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. We need more reinforcements on this. We can't have 1 reinforcement on the oil refinery. And we got 1 down there. Okay. We're just going to keep our top squad on the wall. And then we're just going to use our D squad to take people off the farms. This ain't Farmville, bro. All right. They just took over this hospital. We get to sweep today. And we didn't have full participation ourselves. All right, no more buildings. Don't give these guys any more buildings, man. No cheap points. No cheapies. Let's see. All right. Farming. Come on, guys. Don't give up these. No cheapies. No cheapies. No cheapies. 7 monkeys trying to blank a football. Use your imagination on that one. All right. Yep. Is he still farming? Yeah, you're not farming, sir. I'm just going to leave my squad there now. It's been a while if we can enjoy a victory like this. Because sometimes these Desert Storms be such mismatches. This was a close match on paper. They didn't have that most ideal strategy in Desert Storm. When your top guy is chaperoning a hospital, that's not good. So, no disrespect to you, man. You're the top person in server 241. Let's see. All right, so let's see here. Yeah. So we're done. So a lot of times, why are we still losing buildings? Now you're starting to annoy me. You're annoying me now. Just being mosquitoes at the moment. You're just being a mosquito. You're being a mosquito. You're being a mosquito. All right, we got 30 seconds left. So congratulations on Team Lit in winning Desert Storm. I think we're going to finish that little bum rush. Almost got me the MVP, but Lit, Mr. Chai just kept going at it. Like I said, he was relentless going after that guy, double teaming Mr. Warlord. Yeah, because I've been there being sandwiched by people. You can't even march with your top squad. You got to keep them on the wall. And if you got people that don't care about losing their troops, you're going to lose troops over time. All right. So, yeah, we did that thing there. So, Desert Storm gets great rewards for participating. So, we won. So, we get the same rewards that we got when the other team won earlier today. And then on top of that, when you're in the battlefield, when you win, you get this. If you lose, you still get some good honor points, but it's better to win. And then your individual results based off where you rank. Since I rank second, I'm not going to get the top prize, which I believe is 20,000 honor points, but 15 is still pretty good. And keep in mind, these are free training and healing speed ups. Now, some people, like I said, use their healing speed ups in Desert Storm. Sometimes I do it if it's close enough to where if I need to get myself back in the game, I do it. But yeah, they're pretty good. It's all about the numbers at the end of the day. So what else did not collect? Oh, okay. I don't know what that was. So all we got left. So day 5 again is just pretty straightforward. We're gonna just save this last batch of troops until this. We got 28 minutes until enemy buster starts. So what I'll do for the arms race, I'm gonna go ahead and get my construction out the way because again, generic speed ups are always good to use. So let's go ahead and apply it to this because construction speed ups, you always have a surplus of these if you're doing the right thing. So we'll use those to get more generic speed ups as well as skill medals. Skill medals are always good and resources, of course. So we already maximized arms race for the day. But even if you maximize it, you still want to get those segments to get those generic speed ups because you can't use construction speed ups for healing. So if you can get yourself some generic speed up, then you can use that for whatever you want, you know. So let's just continue to get this. So really all I got is the arena. We got 27 minutes left, but I think I had a pretty thorough day 5 explanation. So just to kind of recap everything, make sure you set up your barracks the right way. So let's go ahead and use this. We'll apply for that. So what I'm doing here, since I've already converted all the 6s into 7s, we're just going to train more 7s. Again, once enemy buster is over, then I'll start going back to training 6s all week. And then when Friday comes, change all the 6s to 7s here. Change all the 7s to 8 here. Change all the 8s to 9 here. And the 9s, I'm going to turn them all into 10 unless it's a close versus that I just have to go for it. If not, I usually save my 9 to 10 conversion to the arms race on day 6 when it starts. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it was pretty lengthy. We had to break it up in parts. But yeah, and I might, depending on, because there's a birthday party I'm going to, so depending on the timing of it, I might show you guys our attack tomorrow morning. So be on the lookout for that. But no guarantee. That might post before this video does because I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing. All right, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification. And I'll talk to you later.